of this presentation is actually a question that has been asked since the beginning of OSHA. When do we start OSHA? 1994. Now it's the year 2023. Tomorrow, next year, we will be practicing OSHA for almost 30 years. But this is the question that is being repetitively asked by the juniors and also for those who has been practicing. But for the first time, they are serving a new employee, a new employer, all by themselves. But for that, I would like to start my presentation with this hadith. Each of you is a leader, and each of you is responsible for his leadership. An imam, a king, is a leader, and he is responsible for his people. A husband is the leader of his family, and he is in charge of his family. A wife is the leader of the husband's household, and she is responsible for what she leads. A khadam, assistant, is a leader in the possession of his master's property, and he is responsible for his master or master's property. Hadith narrated by Al-Bukhari. So that means, ladies and gentlemen, we ourselves, as safety practitioners, we are also leaders. And one of the criteria as a leader is knowledge. You must know where to lead. You must know how to lead. You must know the direction, the safety of your organization. Lacking the understanding and knowledge of directing or even starting. Not talk about directing, you are talking about starting. That what makes majority of the newbies in safety practitioners in Malaysia, they are experiencing a very high level of stress. And many of them are actually has their mental health affected. This is a fact. Why? Because there are many people contact me via Facebook asking what question? How to start safety. And before I answer that, I ask them to fill in the DAS 21 questionnaires. Anybody knows what is DAS 21? DAS 21? Oh. Mental health questionnaire to measure how stressed you are. Have you done yourself? Okay, right. So, and unfortunately, many of the results demonstrated that they are experiencing severe level of stress. So that's why I do this small little project to write a book about how to start safety in factory. Because I already tired of answering these questions for years. So if you want to have the answer, get this book, implement it, then you ask me the questions that you don't know. Okay? So I'm judging from your face, everybody here is seniors. Okay? So I'm sure you also have been asked this similar question. Agree? Yes? Yes. That's part of our duty, ladies and gentlemen. As senior, we are leader of the youngsters. In my observation, safety practitioners in the industry, there are two types. First, you are the developer. You are the starter. Second, you are the improver. Okay? And most of us, we are starters. I've started safety in 3 companies. The first one in Siemens, headquarters in KL. The second one, Cameron, now is known as Schlumberger One Subsea Company. And the third one is in Brisbane, Australia. And the best experience that I had was in Brisbane in Australia, because Cameron, as a 100 years company, they have a philosophy of starting safety in the factory. The basis is using this DuPont-Bradley curve. Have you seen this before? Yes? No? So I include it into my book so to make it relevant and believable. The Bradley Cooper curve, DuPont-Bradley curve, the intention is to evolve the safety starting from zero until to the human's behavior. That's the beauty of it. That means if you follow this curve, you will be on the right track to manage the people one day. So that's why this is the right book to answer this question. How to start safety in factory. Cameron, they adapted this curve and then change it into actions. That's the beauty part of it. It's not just theory. It's an action plan. So it started, the first one is managing your machineries. What you must do with your machineries. Number one, get it registered. And then, number two, the operators must be trained. And then, after your machinery, including your chemicals, that is done, then we go to start developing OSH management system. By having this system, that's the start of managing humans' behavior. Employee will only behave when there is black and white. Agree or not? That is why we need to have SOPs. When only we have SOPs, then only the employees will listen and will follow. Because in Malaysia, we were taught like that. Especially the Muslims. We were taught to behave according to the Al-Quran and also Hadith. If we just talk, where is the black and white? Oh, we don't have it yet. Will they follow? No. Unless you employ angels into your factory. So far we don't have that. We are all humans, right? Okay. Then, after OSH management system, then we talk about leadership. Especially in your OSH committees. The biggest mistake of developing OSH committee in the workplace is you do not choose leaders to be in your committee. OSH committee has become a fridge, a freezer to collect low performance employees. That's the biggest mistake. Why? Because they don't see the value of OSH committee members. Okay. Then, when the leadership has been polished, has been programmed to make safety first, then we start talk about human error prevention, ladies and gentlemen. I've been taught, do not talk about behavior-based safety if you don't have this first two at least settled. Do not talk about it. Do not talk about preventing employees from using a knife to become screwdriver if you cannot provide the proper tool. It will not happen. Oh yes, agreed. Thank you very much. So this come back to yesterday's presentation by Dr. Kamarizan about design. This is design. So you as safety starters, you are a designer of safety in that organization. That's why you are being paid higher than other occupation. Today I'm going to share with you the three phases. There are actually four, but the fourth one is the secret. So the first one is about establishing the foundation. Phase two, initiating everything. If safety is everybody's business, see, safety is everybody's business. Starting here, only you have established the foundation, and then number three is building your OSH committee. Why? Because in Malaysia, safety officers are working alone. Agree or not? Yeah. Yes, my brothers and sisters, if you do not develop this, you will work forever alone. You must know how to utilize the resources. Right? Okay, alright. Right. Number one. First one, creating familiar. Actually, the first one is actually half of the book. Half of the book is about phase one. Why? Number one, you need to know the business. I'm very sad when I come to the client's office, client's place to conduct training, and then I ask what is your business to the safety practitioner, and they cannot explain what the business do. If you cannot explain what your business do, you are not a team player. Leaders are great team players. Team players know what his team is about, inside and out. So that's my philosophy. You must know what the business, what is your organization business do. Number two, the politics. The politics. This is taboo. But ladies and gentlemen, you must know the politics that is being established in your company. Basically, there are two types. Number one is the monarchy. The monarchy. The king has sons and daughters, and they are all working to develop that business. This is very tricky part, because if you work with this prince, the other prince may dislike this prince. So this can be challenging. And then the second one is, it's not democracy. In companies, there are no democracy. We have autocratic, means one leader and then he direct everybody. The healthy one is the autocratic. You serve one leader give direction to all. And there is another one, the gangster one. The gangster one is the brotherhood system. I brother, you brother, we back up each other. It sounds funny, but unfortunately this culture happens. And you must know how to become a gangster. Okay? The facility. My first safety officer, my first employer, Arwah Abdul Razak Manan, he gave me the task for the first 2 weeks to get to know the facility until I know in each every bay there are how many industrial fans, how many machines. So what I do, get a notebook, and then I draw the layout. I never requested for the big layout, never. I walk around and then draw the map myself. The secret is when you go into the meeting and they talk about the machine and you say, oh, this machine is the battery. They will immediately respect you, my friends. Why? Because you are willing to get to know them. Respect is earned, and this is how I show you. Okay? And then the process. You must know the process. Okay. Phase 2. Now you start to build the system. Okay? Number one is risk assessment. But actually there is another one more important than risk assessment. That is emergency response plan. Why? Because if you do not develop your ERP first, you will become the ambulance driver. Oh, agree, yes. This is based on my experience, my own experience, and also my colleagues' experience, which including Mr. Hugo. Why? Oh, now we have safety officer on board. Oh, injured. Oh, safety officer lah, go, send. That's one thing that you are not allowed to do. Never become the ambulance driver. You got choice. God, you need to create the options. You need to create the option. You need to develop the ERP. Remember, there are two people that people always listen. Number one, the one that you trust. Number two, the one that have knowledge. So if they don't trust you, call trainers lah and consultants to educate them. It's always like that at all level of business, from SME until big company. MC, same. All behave same way. Okay? Then you start to develop the risk assessment, the OSH objectives and OSH policies. Why? Without objectives, without policy, your safety is going nowhere. It will keep circulating. People start pointing. You remember one finger point at other people? 4 finger pointing back at yourself. So that's why you need to develop this, because by having objectives, by having policy, you also develop the rules and responsibility. Start lining up your managers. What are the rules and responsibility? Top management, supervisors, everybody. Okay, can see how easy it can be? Can? Okay. And then now, coming to the phase 3, developing your OSH committee. Do you have plan for your OSH committee? Do you have plan what they will become after 5 years become OSH committee? Do you have that kind of plan? Unfortunately, not many has this kind of thinking, of plan. You should make OSH committee is a career plan. And your aim is to make them safety practitioner just like you. When you have that kind of plan, then your development program become clearer. I am very sad when client call me today to conduct developing OSH committee for the 7th time. For the 7th time, because the committee already 7th year, so every year they conduct the same, exactly the same. And I ask them, don't you have the development program? What for? To make you like them lah. No. Why? Many of us are too stressed. First, because we are working alone. Number 2, we cannot gain their commitment. Commitment is only given when it is worthy. Agree? You commit to pay 1,000 ringgit for this seminar because it gives you 15 CET point. Agree? Kan? One shot 15 kan? Same, similar. Our way of thinking is all same. We only give commitment only when it's worth it. When OSH committee is worth it? When? When? When you got rewards? No. It's actually beyond that. When they see this committee has purpose. Yeah. Remember, the title is committee. Jawatan kuasa. We form committee only when there are important items, issues need to be addressed by a group of people. That's the meaning of committee. That's the spirit of committee. We want to take care of each other's safety and health. But the problem is, many of us develop OSH committee, establish OSH committee because of compliance only. We did not dig deep into the spirit. If you are really serious, your committee should have this thing. What is it? Safety slogan. If you are really a very committed group, you will have this slogan. Why? Because you feel like you are a group. You have your philosophy. How many of you have safety slogans for your OSH committee? See? That's the difference. Me and him in front. Okay? And for those who already have OSH committee, you also have objectives. How many objectives belong to safety department or safety officer? How many belong to other department? And percentage wise, 100% on safety department. Thank you. That is the wrong way and also stressful way to practice safety, unfortunately. I have to tell you directly to the face because we are all leaders. Start thinking to distribute the ownership, ladies and gentlemen. Emergency response plan. Why you need to be the incident commander? You shouldn't be the incident commander. Same to risk assessment. Why you are only the one who call and develop? Why? Why? Are they stupid? Are your team stupid? Are your engineers stupid? This was the question was asked to me by my director when he found out that I do everything myself. Yeah, I was scolded. He come from Singapore, come to Johor from 8:30 until 4:30, especially for one day to scold me. Time's up. Baru nak sedap cerita. Yelah. Tak. Formality. Kazakhstan here? On the way. After this, Kazakhstan, right? We wait until he arrive. Okay. Alright. Okay. Now, where was I? Pardon? Yeah, the scolding me. Okay. It happens twice. First one was during finish expansion phase, and then the second one, this one. Are your team stupid? Oh, deep inside. Tomorrow, I feel like want to resign already. Yeah. Alright. So, to those who have been asked how to start safety in factory, I recommend you to take a snap of this slide and then give it to the person who asked you this question. Got any discount if buy today? Hey, let me tell you a story. There was one guy who want to climb Everest, and this person sold his house out. Do you have house? You know the story. If your dream is big, your problem becomes smaller. Right. Thank you. That will be all for me. Signing off. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Alhamdulillah, terima kasih. Welcome to Mr. Azahan. Very interesting and energetic presentations. I'd like to share my opinions on the politics in the safety. If you are working in the construction site, you must be gangster. You must be gangster. Otherwise, you cannot be. You cannot implement your safety, your policies, your procedures, your protocol. But if you're working in the manufacturing or SME, you need to play a little bit games. You need to read your boss mind, your colleagues' mind, and your floor workers' mind. You cannot be a gangster in the manufacturing. Okay, I open to the floor. 2 minutes for any questions.
Cik Azhan, can you go to the slide yang you tunjuk ada stage 1, 2, 3, 4 ni?
Sorry.
Assalamualaikum, good morning.
Waalaikumsalam.
My name is Yati. I'm from PTTB Sarawak Limited. Okay, I think one slide that caught my eye is on this.
Gone already. Oh, hilang.
You were sharing
Okay,
that,
okay.
okay, how to start safety in factory. So basically, I think in the earlier slide, you brief us there's a 4 stage. Yes, this one. Okay, so you put that, okay, stage 1 machinery, stage 2 OSH management system, and number 3 leadership and the human. Okay, I'm not saying that this is wrong, but maybe this work for you, okay, for your industry. But if you ask my opinion, I know that you do not ask my opinion.
Yeah, please continue. Yes.
But for me, I believe that OSH management system should be the first one. Because from the OSH management system, we can have what we call we have this some called organization context. We can identify, we know what type of the business process, and then we have a risk assessment, and then from that risk assessment, then we can identify what type of training that required, and then from the business processes, we can know what type of the list of machinery that we have. So from that, we can come up with a regulatory compliance checklist. So that's my opinion. The OSH management system should come first. So the OSH management system is the foundation for safety professional, and when we are as a safety professional, we should be able to we should master in this now.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Thank you very much, Puan Yati. Okay, baik. Now, first of all, I would like to remind you, my main audience for this book is the newbies. New newbies. We safety officer, do we learn about OSH management system? See, many of you already forgotten. I already raised this question with Mr. Mapis yesterday, and he got angry. The first week of safety officer course is learn about OSH management system. Unfortunately, that's the most boringest topic in the 22 days. So, yeah. So, again, I agree with you. If you already have experience and also knowledge, we all will go for that first. But, yeah. But this works. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay. So I open another one. Questions on the floor. Satu lagi soalan. Ada?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
This topic is talking about in factory. So if we work in other than factory, let's say in corporates, is there any significant differences in managing safety and as a start of having safety in that particular environment?
Thank you. Thank you very much for the questions. I've been contacted by the leaders. They given feedback. And to my surprise, it also has been bought by people from bank, also from hospital, also from oil and gas, and they said it has been useful, has a better guide. I believe it will not be 100%, but at least they have more better ideas on where to start and where they shouldn't. So, yeah. And yeah, this will not, even talking about manufacturing, there are many types of manufacturing. They may not fit very well, but at least they have better idea. Thank you for your questions.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Azahan, for the presentations. Okay, we have another presentation from the Kazakhstan. I would like to invite Ms. Diana Kazbekova with the title Developing